folks, this is Beth Garrett with Elevating Your Image. Welcome to my Makeup Monday session on Tuesday. Technical difficulties has caused me to be able to do my video again. So let's just jump right in. So in the past, have you been confused about how to use face primers, when to use them, how to put them on, what is the purpose? I don't know about you, but in the past I've had lots of questions about that. So today, let's take a simplified look at how you can use a primer, when to use a primer, and how to put it on. So, and you know what? When you have your face primer on right with your foundation, it can give you the FFL. What is the FFL, you ask? That is your flawless face look. So the FFL is the look you want to get your total look on. Okay, so stay with me. We're going to talk about that. So welcome. If you're here, if you're on live with me, then let me know you're here. Wave, or say hey or howdy. Give me a greeting there. If you're catching this on the replay, I always tell people I love to know that you stopped by and checked out my video. So please feel free to comment below just to let me know you're here. And also, I'm just curious as to anyone out there to ask you if you're using a primer. If you are, I'd love to hear about it in the comments below and to what kind you're using. I've just been very surprised at the number of clients that I've worked with who seem to be very confused about when and how to use a primer, or even aware that a primer, such a product exists, and how to use it. So anyway, I'd love to know what you're using and if you are already aware of it. So let's have just a little drink here. So another another favorite cup. I don't know if I've showed you this one before. This one says Sweet Tea is Wine of the South. Love this one. It's another one of my favorite cups. And I wanted to show you another piece of flamingo paraphernalia that I have. And thanks to Barbara Hendricks for bringing me my flamingo bottle opener. She is helping feed my habit of flamingo paraphernalia. So thank you, Barbara, for bringing me the flamingo bottle opener. I'm definitely taking it with us on the RV when we go on our camping trips because I'm going to need it. So anyway, that's it's the little things in life that make us happy, right? And so flamingos make me happy. So let's just jump right in and just talk about our topic of the day, which is face primers. Okay, so do you remember back in the 1980s when there was all these commercials on about drugs and the war on drugs and everything? So hey, Kathy McDowell, thanks for popping on. So back in the 1980s, we would see these commercials on the TV, and they would show a picture of a brain, right? And then they would pop up a picture like this and say, this is your brain on drugs, right? The fried egg. Anybody remember that? Well, when I was preparing for this this video, that's all I could think about was how that commercial was shown all the time. So that's why I came up with this picture. And so this right here is your face, okay? Pretend like this grapefruit or orange is your face. Hey, Carla. All right, this is your face without a primer. This is your face with a primer, okay? You can see a huge difference in how those work. Hey, Nancy, thanks for jumping on. We're talking about primers. Here's your face without primer. Here's your face with primer. So why do we use a primer? Well, think about it this way. A primer is insurance or protection for your makeup. And the purpose of using a face primer is to help keep your makeup lasting longer. It helps fill in any kind of wrinkles or large pores that you have so that it gives you a very smooth finish. And it also protects your face, especially if you have other things on your face. It actually helps seal in other products that you use. And so I know a lot of us out there are over 50 and we're using a whole lot of things on our face, right? So all the other things that you put on your face, if you get them on and then you use a primer over top of that, it's going to seal it in and helps keep your moisturizer there and keeps your face from deteriorating throughout the day. So, excuse me. So here's a picture, instead of an orange, I found this one. I thought was a really good example of a before and after picture of someone who's used a primer. As you can see, this face here, this young lady here has put her foundation on and she does not have a primer. And it's kind of like a matte, just a matte look there. But in this one, she's got her primer on and it's a little bit more of a glow and a more finished, more polished look. Remember I just said you need the FFL, the Flawless Face look? Well, right there's the FFL look that I'm sure that we all strive for when we use our makeup and our primer, right? So let's talk about applying primer. So the very first step before you put a primer on is you need a moisturizer. That is a moisturizer on your face, and a primer is a great base for putting down to put your foundation over. And we mentioned the other day a really good one to use is your Daily Defense as a moisturizer with SPF 15. This one actually is 2 products in one. It's a sunscreen and a light moisturizer, which saves you from having to put 2 different products on. So every day you really need to put your moisturizer and sunscreen and whatever anti-aging products you put on. All right, remember they go on first. All right, so you want to moisturize and put your products on first, and then you want to put your the primer on. But you know, you can either use a beauty blender, all right, a sponge, or your fingers. I prefer to use my fingers because I've been doing it for so long. I've got to get to the Talbot site. Oh, I love your outfits. Oh, thank you, Carla. Hello, Nancy. Thank you for joining us too. Okay, so let's talk about jump back into applying. So what you want to do is put your primer in the center of your face very lightly, and then you just put it on the outward side. Go outward as you as you spread it on, just like this. And here's an example of one that I use. This is called. It's by Color Me Beautiful. It's the Velvet Perfection Primer. And, you know, you've heard me say before, I don't really gush about products. I mean, I like products. But this one, this is another one I would gush about. This one just feels like total silk. And if you have the vitamin C capsules, you're probably going to know a little bit what I'm talking about. But this is even silkier than the vitamin C serum that you put on your face. But this just, my clients, when they first put this on, they'll go, oh my gosh, I can't believe how great that feels. And it's just, like I said, it feels like total silk just going on your face. And it's just so smooth. It's non-greasy, even though my face looks like it might be shining a little bit here. It just gives you that kind of translucent look. And there's another one that you can use that will actually give you a glow underneath your foundation, and this one's called the Underglow. And if you can see here, it's got like a little bit of a tint. It's just a little bit of glowing tint to it. It's very light. It's another one that you could use, just lightly put on your face. By the way, do not put face primer on with a brush, because it's just going to clump up and make a mess on your face. And I know I'm glowing right now, which I want to be with my Underglow. And some women actually use this in the summertime instead of a foundation. Sometimes women will get color and they go, I just don't even want to use a foundation, but they just want something sheer on their face. So they'll just use Underglow. Just gives them a glow to their face. So those are a couple examples that you can use, and a little, like I said, a little bit goes a long way. All right, so moisturize, put a little bit on, start from the center, go out, and then you just apply your foundation. And personally, the one I choose is based on what kind of look I want. So if I want a little bit of just a silky look with my foundation, I'll go with this one. If I want a radiant natural glow with my foundation, then I'll go with that one. So, and it's just that easy. And also another little hack, a beauty hack. I know y'all have seen beauty hacks. I was reading that, I've not tried this, but if you have really deep wrinkles, you might want to take one of the eyeshadow primers that's a little bit thicker, and you might be able to put it on some deep wrinkles so that will fill in your cracks and your pores if you've got really serious wrinkles in your face. And I had not heard that, so if anybody tries that, I'd love to hear about that. But anyway, an eyeshadow primer might help with really deep wrinkles on your face in addition to your face primer. So since the Flawless Face look is the basis for every great makeup look, And the primer helps give you that look. I want everybody to have the total look on. So I carry all 3 of these products, and if anyone's interested in them, I'd love to offer you a special on them. And especially if you bought 2 of them together, like the moisturizer and a primer together, I would offer an even better special for 2 products. So if anyone is interested, just put in the comments below, more information please, or give me the special, or you're interested in the special, and I'll be glad to get back with you as soon as possible. I just think that this is so important that I'm willing to just give a sale on these items. And if you want to know what that is, just let me know. It's just so much fun to use a primer and see what a difference it makes in your face. So what have we learned? We've learned that primers can fill in cracks, wrinkles, help your makeup stay longer during the day, and also in the summertime when it's really hot, it can actually help you when you're sweating keep your look together. Just remember, if you do start to sweat, don't swipe and wipe, but blot. That's going to help keep it in place, but the primer will help your face when you're sweating to keep your makeup on and lasting longer. So I want to thank you for joining me. I know everyone's busy and everybody has such a busy day, so thanks for taking time out to join me. And especially on the replay, wanted to let you know that this special applies if you're on the replay. Just let me know. And next week I'll be back at 7 p.m. on Monday evening, again trying to help women look amazing, with my Makeup Monday session. And next week we're going to talk about what's your makeup going to look like for the 4th of July. So come back and we'll check out what 4th of July makeup might look like, okay? So remember, if you want to enhance your possibilities in life, you've got to be elevating your image. Take care, everybody.